G'day everyone, I'm AzureBlaze, and welcome to a video that I did not think I was going to be making today. I really want to quickly make this video because I don't have as much time as I'd like to, and yeah, basically a new trailer for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds dropped with the Sony State of Play. I mean, I don't know, I'm going to quickly talk about my initial thoughts on it. We'll probably talk more about it in next week's podcast because tomorrow's podcast was already recorded a few days ago. It's frustrating when this happens, however, at least today I'm not working and I can get at least a good thoughts video out on this. However, yeah, the first thing I want to mainly talk about with this is, like, it looks great. Graphics wise, I mean, Team Sonic Racing looks great. I have the unpopular opinion, I think it's unpopular? I have no idea. It might not be unpopular, it might simply not be a thing, usually. However, in my opinion, I personally like Team Sonic Racing more than, like, Mario Kart 8 and all that sort of stuff. I understand that objectively, that is probably the wrong opinion. However, in my own subjective opinion, I've always preferred the Sonic Racing games. I think they do a little bit more and different and all that sort of thing, and we will definitely see something a little bit different here. A bit more of an evolution, I guess. However, yeah, I'm not going to, like, show the trailer on screen or anything like that. However, I will be going through it and talking about it as I go. I'll probably be missing a bunch. Again, this will be my quick initial thoughts, and then we'll probably delve a lot deeper into it next week. A little while after. That's probably how it will go. However, yeah, yes, first thing, this is like a stadium track that's, like, really small. And I think... I don't know. I'll talk about the tracks in a minute. However, the first thing I want to talk about is, like, the music. It's good. Sounds good. There's references to Team Sonic Racing with, like, the Don Pass stuff, which is all out of Team Sonic Racing. There's references to Riders, which I'll get to in a bit, and Chaos Island from Frontiers and all that sort of thing. That's pretty neat. It sort of shows the characters all coming out of rings. Most of the characters look like they're general characters from the main Sonic series. However, then you see Jet is up on a board. Yes, that basically confirms Riders stuff in this game, which I'm more curious to see how it's going to play. Because, like, thinking of the first Riders game, it is quite a technical game. Zero Gravity, not as much. However, it's probably a little bit more technical, I guess, than a generic racing game. If I'm interested to see how they implement the Riders stuff into this game, and I'm interested to see where the gravity boards, or the air boards, like, come into play, as I'll talk about that later with some other stuff. However, yeah, shows off some other characters. Sage is there. I mean, kind of expected. I don't know why Vector's over on Eggman and Metal Sonic's side. I'm assuming it's simply for symmetry. Silver's there again as usual. Most of the characters there look like they're from the main series. I'm assuming, considering it's CrossWorlds and Jet is there, that we'll get more, I guess, offside Sonic characters, different non-canonical or different universe characters. We'll probably get something like Styx from Boom and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's, like, new tricks that the characters can do in the karts while they're simply racing. Like, generally in the racing games for Sonic, like, you, like, rotate the cars and stuff like that to do tricks in the air to get boosts and all that sort of thing. However, it looks like sometimes, like, that's in this game, has already been shown. However, like, it looks like sometimes the characters can do their own little tricks in the cars. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything at all. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, and then they're all racing around this stadium track, which looks like it's going to be a bit of a smaller track. I'm curious to know if this is going to be, like, the first track in the game or not. And then it shows Knuckles throwing an item. It seems like, I think it's not a wisp, the one he throws. Where is it? Oh, a lot of things happen there. It's a boxing glove. Basically, therefore some of the items are, like, I guess, returning from the All-Stars games as well. It's not only going to be wisps this time, which is nice. The wisps are here. There is a wisp that's shown later. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. There's, like, 5 rings as well. Like, you can collect multiple rings in one go. Interesting. Curious to see why they would need to do that. I don't know. Because there's a lot of rings all over the track. I apologize about my bird as well. She's being a bit silly at the moment. Yeah. And then it shows, basically it shows like that there's transformations in this game again, which is very nice to see after they were missing in Team Sonic Racing. However, like it almost looks like they took they almost took like they took the feedback from Team Sonic Racing, where I understand there were like people were like upset about the fact that there was no transformations and stuff like that, and it almost seems like they took it and said, fine, here's your transformations, and then they give you like, there's like 5 different transformations that are shown off, or vehicle types that are shown off in this. And then not only do they in the transformed game, the single transform game, the tracks transform as well. In this case, the tracks literally change to different tracks. There's a part where, yeah, Shadow goes through a ring, and he ends up in what I am like 95% sure, I am extraordinarily sure, is the dinosaur place from Sonic and the Secret Rings. I am extraordinarily sure that is the case. Yeah, I am very much assuming that is the case, because it looks like it, which is nice, because if that's the case, I want to see, oh, what's it called right now? I listen to the song all the time. It's the one in Black Knight. It has like really good music. Anyway, I want to see some Black Knight stages, if they're going to be doing like stuff like this, Secret Rings and stuff like that. However, yeah, it shows the car transforming into sort of a 4-wheel drive for mud and stuff like that. That's neat. I like that. And it kind of looks like there was someone using the 4-wheel drive mode in the stadium. Therefore, it looks like you can maybe switch by yourself as opposed to the track itself switching it. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not 100%. Then it shows Sonic on an airboard. Yes, I am extremely glad that some Rider stuff is back. Again, I don't know how it's going to play. It could be like Riders. I am actually highly doubting that. I'm assuming it's going to be a more kart racing version of a hoverboard, as opposed to an actual like sequel to Riders. However, I guess we'll see what happens. Then it shows Tails going into plane mode on his car. Neat, very happy like that. Then he picks up, I believe that's a red ring. Again, I'm not showing the trailer at all. However, yeah, I'm pretty sure he picks up a red ring, which is interesting to have collectibles like that. I'm assuming that maybe there's a story mode that allows for red ring collectibles. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. However, it will be interesting to see if that's the case. The thing with CrossWorlds as well, being different dimensions, that means they could have like the All-Stars characters back sometimes. To be honest, yeah, I don't know, I guess. And then that's right, I'm waiting for the trailer to catch back up to where Tails, I think, collects the red ring, because I've got it on like slow-mo. Yeah, there's red rings to pick up. Interesting. I wonder what that will play into. Maybe you can unlock car parts, I don't know. And then it shows, I'm assuming this is this aircraft, like, I believe it may be a reference to Afterburner, as kind of as well from the All-Stars racing games. There's a track in Transforms that allows you to fly around it, like, oh, what are they called? The ships that carry the jets and stuff like that. However, it may as well be a reference to Metal Harbour from Sonic Adventure 2. It's possible. I don't know whether it's going to be strictly Sonic tracks or not, who knows, because then they show off a pirate-themed area, and I've been racking my brain to where pirates could show up in Sonic games, and I can't think of anywhere in specific other than Sonic Prime. And it's been a little bit since I've watched that show. I can't remember if there's a crack in it or not. However, this could be them traveling through the Sonic Prime areas as well, maybe. I have a feeling this like game is going to like reference a whole bunch of different Sonic stuff, like a lot of the comics as well, maybe. There could be a whole bunch of different things. However, yeah, there's like a Kraken, they go over pirate ships and stuff like that. It's very interesting. I'm curious to see how it all goes. Yeah, it shows Vector transforming and all that sort of thing. Sonic's back, and it looks like the cars are customizable again. He uses the Drill Wisp, which is interesting as well. I can't quite tell what that stage was that he was on. It kind of looked like a Planet Wisp. I might be wrong. I'll have to have another quick little pass over of it. However, yeah, it's interesting to see. Yeah, however, like, yeah, it looks like there's going to be 5 vehicle variants at the moment. I mean, there could be more. I highly doubt it because it might become a little bit confusing. It looks like there's going to be your base car, a 4-wheel drive, your plane and boats from Transformed, and then the hoverboard. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what sort of happens. The item selection looked a little bit strange. There's like things everywhere. There's like balloons. Oh, is it Seaside Hill? Maybe Seaside Hill is Sonic something. Anyway, sorry. Then he goes back to, is it Jurassic Jungle, I want to call it, from Secret Rings? I might be completely wrong. I actually haven't played Secret Rings very much. It's one of the only games that I haven't really gone much into. However, like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see sort of what happens. And then they go down Chow Park, which I don't know if that's a reference to anything specific or simply the fact that there's chows and they have a park. It is very, very reminiscent of Water Park from Mario Kart 8, in my opinion. Therefore, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And I'm assuming to change the worlds, it's going to be whenever you go through the rings. I don't know how quickly it's going to load. That'll be interesting to see. And then, they all come back to the stadium. Therefore, and it's interesting. I think this game is going to be very interesting to see how it works and all that sort of thing. I think there's going to be a lot of different mechanics. I'm 95% sure the team mechanics aren't coming back from Team Sonic Racing. I feel like that's more of a given than not. If they do come back in like a separate mode, that'd be nice because I do like the team mechanics. However, I doubt that's going to be coming back. I don't know. This game looks really, really neat. And this video's gone on for a lot longer than I was expecting it to. I wasn't expecting to like crawl through the trailer and talk about it like that. The game will be coming out on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, Steam, and PCs, generally, Steam and that. Interesting they didn't put the Switch 2 logo on there. I'm assuming there's going to be a Switch 2 part on there. It says it's coming soon. I'm curious to see how soon. The key art for it is neat. Yeah, it says coming soon, wishlist now. I am curious to see how soon. I don't know. It looks good though. I'm extraordinarily excited for this, probably more than Mario Kart 10 or whatever it is that was shown off for the Switch 2. I simply really like it. Interesting that they are putting this on the PS4 and Xbox One, although I guess if they're putting it on the Switch, I guess there's no reason not to put it on the Xbox One and the PS4 at the same time. However, I am curious to see if it's going to be like how quickly these like other tracks are going to load, or if they're going to load in before the rings come in. Who knows? And the other thing I'm curious about as well, seeing as all these tracks are split by the rings, is if these are actually full tracks, or if these tracks are built split up. I'm assuming they're going to be full tracks, and there will probably be an option to simply race around one track its entire length, as opposed to having to go through the rings all the time. However, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it would be. It'd be a little bit strange if they decided to simply do like a part of a track and then another part of a track. However, like it is going to be interesting to see what sort of happens. I'm assuming different tracks will have different difficulties, and you can like play around and customize all that. I'd hope at least. Yeah. I don't know. This game looks really, really fun. Honestly, as I said, Team Sonic Racing was already my favorite kart racer. I don't even know if I said that specifically. However, it's my favorite kart racer, and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed is really good as well. Again, I do like the team mechanics from Team Sonic Racing, and if they don't come back, it's fine. Like, I understand that they were sort of a niche thing and maybe a one-game only thing. It would be nice to see them in a mode. However, like, I don't expect them in the main mode at all, definitely. However, yeah, I'm really excited for this nonetheless. We will probably delve into more theories and ideas and stuff next week in the podcast. However, I guess, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, Kananas and I called it. I don't know whether we said it in the podcast at all. It may have been outside the podcast where she noticed the board on the back wall, or she saw someone else notice the board on the back wall in the initial reveal trailer with Shadow, and we sort of called that it may be a transformation if they bring transformations back. There we go. I know no one's really going to believe that, simply because I don't think we said it in the podcast. It may be in the podcast, however, I'm pretty sure we didn't say it. There's as well, Eggman's got a drill. I wonder if there will be a drill. I doubt there'll be a drill. How, like an actual drill car, as opposed to, I'm assuming that's what his four-wheel drive car will look like. Otherwise though, yeah, I'm super excited. Honestly, I'm extremely excited, and I hope it comes out soon, because I want to play this game. Anyway, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this video that I quickly discussed my thoughts on it. I say quickly, this video is almost 15 minutes long. Therefore, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I shall be back in the next one. Cheers, everyone.